Hey guys, Jonathan Lee here, real estate sales representative based out of Toronto. It's January 2021 and not sure if you can tell from my haircut, but we're actually in the middle of our second lockdown here in Toronto. For the new year, I resolved to make some new videos and more social media content. This will be the first of, I'm hoping, a number of videos that I'll be releasing throughout the year. And hopefully as the year progresses, they'll get a little bit better with respect to production value and editing and all that stuff. Not sure if you can see from the rings in my glasses, but I'm actually using my wife's makeup mirror here to light up my face a little bit. This first video is just going to be a little get to know me, a little introduction on myself for those that don't know me, so that you can see that I'm a real person. And for anyone that's looking for assistance in real estate, you can get to know my background a little bit and feel comfortable to reach out to me with any questions that you might have. All right, so let's get started. So my parents were small business owners, and growing up, I always knew that I wanted to eventually work for myself. Actually, prior to entering real estate, I worked as an industrial engineer in the retail industry, which is a really safe but felt a little bit uninspired type role that I had been taking. And I got to a point where I just knew that I didn't really have a whole lot of interest in further advancing myself in that field and was exploring different career options. I found building construction really interesting, building designs as well, and the sales field always kind of fascinated me because it was so different from kind of the mundane type day-to-day analysis that I was doing in my engineering type role. So back in 2017, I decided to get licensed, and the first brokerage that I met with said they'd only hire people full time. So I just decided to make the jump, and here I am about 3.5 years later. So I live in Etobicoke, which, if you're not familiar with Toronto, is the most westerly borough of the city. But I've serviced clients all across the Greater Toronto area. So going as far west as Hamilton and as far east as Oshawa, and to the north I've gone all the way to Aurora. Being kind of a generalist, it's good to see, especially during the time of COVID, different migration patterns and different price points and what you can afford and what different buyers are looking for in different areas of the Greater Toronto area, the GTA. So that's kind of an advantage that I have through my own experience. So a lot of people see the role of a realtor as someone who opens a lockbox in order for them to get access to a property. But I see my role as more as being the facilitator to help my clients accomplish the goals that they're trying to achieve through the purchase or sale of real estate. And I know that sounds really generic, but for everyone, it's not about wealth accumulation and wealth generation. Sometimes it's about wealth asset distribution, such as in the case of a divorcing couple, or it could be the upsizers who are trying to find their dream home in as little, most risk-averse way possible. You know, and all of this starts through the education process. So I always start by showing what's currently on the market in terms of properties, what's recently sold on the market, and what direction the market will be heading in, and whether or not that will affect my client's ability to accomplish what they're trying to do. Yeah, so I'd say my greatest strengths are, one, being a good listener. It's really important to me that my clients are happy with the outcomes of my service. So I'm constantly listening to cues to see if there's any changes to what their plans are, to what they're trying to do, to what their criteria is for homes, and try to narrow things down from there. My second greatest strength, I'd say, is I'm also a continual learner. Markets, all markets, but especially the Toronto real estate market, are constantly evolving. So what works today is not necessarily gonna work tomorrow. And I'm always willing to go out there to find out what happened, why that is, and what we can do to react to it. So I'm a new dad. My wife Sarah and I, we just had our firstborn, baby Jacob. He was about 2 months old now. I was born in November 2020. So my new lifelong passion will be spending time with the family. But outside of that, I really enjoy running for exercise. I know it doesn't look like my body doesn't look like I'm a runner, but I have actually run two full marathons. I also really enjoy cooking, watching Raptors basketball, when I have the time, traveling, and I am not opposed to an alcoholic beverage or four. Yeah, so I can be reached online at johnleehomes.ca. That's my website. You can visit my Facebook or Instagram page at torontos.johnlee. You can email me, johnleerealestate@gmail.com, or you can call or text me +1 country code for international people out there that are looking at this, 647-983-0770. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a fantastic 2021, and I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. See ya!